Hello there, great person, and welcome to another reading of The Wheel of Time. We're almost through the book. Today I'm gonna try to do 5 chapters again, and let's see when the others will drop. Who knows? At least they will drop probably by the end of next week. So yeah, we're almost through, end in sight, and I'm quite happy that I read this already because it's a wonderful book. Probably one of my all-time favorite books, and I can't wait to read more on that in the other reactions, in the final ones. Before I start, some shameless self-promotion. I'm currently watching The Witcher. At least I did already watch it, but the episodes are now coming out every Monday. I love that show as well. Was a bit hard to go through the first episode. I didn't like it on first watching that much, but episode 2 and all the others, they're brilliant TV. Really did like them, enjoyed them a lot. And also I started doing Tower of God, which is incredibly interesting and reminds me a lot of this as well. That's why I bring it up here, because it seems to be also very dense and very interesting themes. But we will just stop this now and get into the book. And so chapter 39 is called Weaving of the Web. So we're probably getting some Tavern action, because last time we understood, or the book told me, that the Tavern are like weaving webs in the pattern, like ripples. So let's see where we go. And it's a Rand chapter. And he's still in the Queen's blessing. Yeah, and let's see if Loyal will come with him. I hope he does. In the show he did, but we'll see. Oh, right. They all run around in the street. So yeah, so probably Logain is coming now. I guess. So let's see. Okay, Matt seems to not like Loyal. At least he's calling him a Trolloc. Is that why he thinks his like bestie friendship is a bit threatened by him? Because Loyal seemed to like Rand from at least in the talk they had. So perhaps Matt is still under the influence of the dagger, yeah. And let's see where that goes, if there will be tensions there. Yeah, okay. So Matt is now all the time in bed, depressed or whatever he is. He's cursed by more death, and yeah. Right, and I think in the TV series as well, Moraine found them in Tavalon, which is this because they put that together in the show, and um, then she cured him of the darkness. Perhaps this is gonna happen here as well. I don't know. So now he's going to Mother Grub. Wasn't that in Hollow Knight a character there? I don't know. Seems to be like the old lady that gives out medicine. I don't know. Oh, okay. So because Logain, is it because of Logain coming that in Camelin everyone is like careful of herbalists and witch doctors and whatever stuff? Because it seems very bad for those. And yeah, they are even scrolling the Dragon's Tooth into doors at day now, which is actually, yeah, okay, I get it, but wow. So yeah, they are really starting to get afraid of Dark Friends. I mean, to be fair, the ones we saw were pretty nasty, so I kind of get it, but yeah. Okay, so beggars looking for them. The innkeeper says that's probably this weirdo that was there before in Whitebridge. Okay, so shades are already there because strange shapes are creeping around in the city at night. It's the shades. So yeah. Yeah. And because of that rumor, everyone now thinks they see something as well, and they see like everything they imagine. Like loose Theron Kingslayer. That is 50 feet tall. Okay. Okay, and his inn is like under surveillance, and so Rand has to sneak out at the back because there are like ill-meaning people. I don't know. Okay, and they all expect troubles. That's not good. That's not good. What's gonna happen? Like, is Logain gonna rile someone up? I don't know. Okay, and there are like followers of Queen Morgase that are against the Aes Sedai, and they wear white, apparently. Okay. I mean, it's always good to blame someone on stuff that nobody is to blame for, like the crops. Although it's probably the uh, Balzamon's doing there, but who knows? And it's really interesting that they have these factions, red and white. So the Queen's faction and the White Cloak faction, so to speak. That's interesting. So it's really, really heated up situation there, and it will blow up every second. Let's see if that actually will happen. Okay, and so the soldiers of Andor battled against Loghain's army. That's quite brave, probably. But yeah, I mean, they made it work, and now they've got him, and now at least some peace might be coming back. That is a really bad mood there. Jordan is setting here. It's like a really bad mood because, like, that must be so harrowing. Like being in the city and knowing that half the people are, or more than half the people are against you on under the surface, but not saying it, but wearing the bandanas and white, and it's such that could have been done well in the show as well had they chosen to adapt this. This is very interesting. Yeah, yeah, and like the white clouds are like being shoved around, which is weird because before they were like always there was the space around them when they walked somewhere. So that changed. And he thinks, yeah, perhaps they'll topple the queen, which is an absolutely insane thought. That would be so bad. Okay, and Andor's battle song is quite simple. It's about the lion charging. I mean, why not? And I understand why Rand wants to see it, the Queen and Loghain, but also I imagine it being a bigger street than in the show. I think in the show it was like this alley where Loghain was driven through, and here I think it's a more a grander street, like this great street and pikemen on the sides, and yeah. Okay, so this is a very magical description of the inner parts of the city because at first it's like a spiral going in, which is already interesting. It's like walk the spiral um, to the center, and at the center is obviously the castle, and yeah, all this beauty made by Ogier. I don't know. It really is something like a castle in a fairy tale where the princess lives. That's what it feels like. Did we get to see a castle other than the White Tower? I don't think so. I mean, in the show. And that's also like it's like the red cloaks are like a line against the oncoming ocean of whiteness. It's very interesting. And the whites also push to the front, and they dare to do that, which is wow. I mean, that's a statement. Like standing right in front of the castle. It's like wow. It takes guts. Yeah, and because Rand is so tall, he is like in the third row and he can see everything. And now he just wants to see the false dragon, and he's just like staying there, and everyone's pushing against him. But because he's probably a bit bulky and tall, he can take that spot. So someone is coming here. Let's see what that is. Is it a guy, a girl? What is it? What is coming? Oh, it's the beggar. Uh-oh. That's not good, I think. Wow. That's also like a nightmare, like this beggar. You know, it's so weird. That's so weird. What is he doing? What is that? Is it like... Oh god. That is really scary. Okay, he just ran somewhere in the inner city and the beggar thing is probably after him. Okay, he still wants to see Loghain and the queen. The beggar thing is behind him. Or after him. Yeah, and he's now wandering the streets. He can't go to the White Cloaks because his sword started, you know, to... And I think it's only because the red one was cheaper than the white one. Because everyone wants the white one. I mean, it's that's how you do trading. Yeah, and that's bad. And now he's in empty streets because everyone's like on the street where Logan is gonna come through. Yeah, let's see where he goes. Let's see if he can see him here in the book as well as he did in the show. It's a much bigger event than in the show. This is a very huge event. In the show, it was just like, yeah, 2 or 5 people were there, like, looking at him. I mean, it's a bit unjust, how do you say it? Unfair, yeah. It's a bit unfair to say that because there were still many people in the show, but this is like this, the whole city stops and you get that impression, and I like it. Love it. Oh no, I'm sorry, I misread. I think it's not, they are not empty, they are all but empty. So he wants to climb that hilltop wall? I don't know. He might do that. Okay, now he climbed the wall. Like he took the plants growing on top of the on the surface of the wall, and he just climbed up because they did that when they were young. I don't know, but that's good. So let's see what he sees. That's so weird. Like it's 16 horses are pulling the wagon where Logan is on. In the show, it was like 1. This is so much grander. Okay, now we get a description of Logan. Okay, that was weird. So Logan is like, "Hello, peasants," and they all hate him for it and scream at him. And yeah, that was an epic scene here where he is like like just looking at them, and they like the way they react, like being silent when he looks at them, and then they want him to look at them again, and they get loud and angry, and then they hate them. It's so weird. Is he still like cleansed, or what do you say? What is it called when you lose your channeling powers? Subdued? I don't know what they did. You know, in the show that he already lost his powers by this point. But what about here? Oh, now we get more banners. Golden bees of Ilion. Okay, so they've got bees. Why? 3 white crescents of a tear, rising sun of Erhian, and others. Okay, but it's the ones we know already, so it's the ones from the south. Yeah, interesting. And all of that was anticlimactic after Logan, okay. And wow, Rand is unsure whether Logan was defeated, even though he's in a cage. That's so weird. What a powerful dude. Oh no, he's gentled, yeah. He's not gentled yet because the Aes Sedai are there to keep him from touching the sword. Interesting. And there is a girl's voice, and he's running towards it now. Oh, and no, he's falling down. What? Why? Okay. And that was the chapter. Okay. So, we got a look at Logan and the crazy beggar thing, which I think is like a Baalzamon spy thing. I don't know. I don't even think it's a man. Let's see where it goes. Chapter 40, The Web Titans. So let's see what Titans and where he fell down to and what happens now. Okay, now he's dreaming. It's like the dream catching up to him now. Is he like being drawn into the stream in daylight? That's weird. So he first saw Moraine and Logan, and now he sees Baalzamon again. Yeah, the wall, the girl's voice. What happened? Okay, so he just fell down and had this vision of Logan and Moraine, and they turned into, well, they did not turn into, but they were replaced by Baalzamon then, and yeah. Oh, he fell inside the wall. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, so it's like a noble girl that climbed the tree, and now she's coming down, and okay, so red golden hair and curls. I wonder who that is. Why was she not in the show? Probably, who knows, whatever. I'm not gonna ask that anymore. And she looks a bit like an Aes Sedai, perhaps, or just a noble girl. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He had seen 2 girls like this, Moraine and the Dark Fiend. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Yeah, why did she climb the tree to watch as well? Yeah, and she's probably an Aes Sedai because she thinks of Nynaeve and Moraine. Is she like also in the blue Arja because she's got a blue dress, or is she just a noble girl that was there? Is that perhaps what was the girl called that they sent off to study with the Aes Sedai? Elayne? No. I don't remember, but yeah. Okay, and she's about 15 or 16, I see. Oh, and he thinks she's beautiful and he's a bit smitten by her. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, and there's the boy as well in the tree. Yeah, I would be worried as well if I fell into that and there are two obviously aristocratic or whatever people. But I think that's the queen's son and daughter probably. I don't know why I think that. Because yeah, let's see who they are. Perhaps from a house, a noble house. Yeah, Elayne. Wow, I remembered that. I can't believe I remembered and guessed her name. But I mean, because it was so in the last chapters, it was so prominent that topic that they were sent off. I don't think that's the Elayne they sent off to the academy, isn't it? To Tavalon. I don't. Perhaps I'm celebrating too soon, but that's what I think. Yeah, Gawain and Elayne. That's the two. So the web is starting to pull people together. I like that. And Ren's like, uh, what? You asked me if I'm fine? Yeah, I guess I will be on my way. I'm just gonna climb that wall again. Just gonna be off. I've never been here. It's so good. Yeah, okay, he's hurt. I mean, I guess that. Yeah. Oh, and now she's like looking at his wound that he apparently has at his head. Okay. Okay, and she's got a little medkit in her cloak. Why? Yeah, she seems to be like a doctor. But I mean, we know she studied at Tavalon. If I'm, oh god, I hope I don't confuse her with someone else. Be yeah, but I'm just gonna assume it's the one they sent to Tavalon to study, and Gawain is the boy. Perhaps they're already there, perhaps they're just on holiday leave, I don't know. Yeah, she's like a wannabe doctor because she's mending little birds and stuff like that as well. Ah, okay, so she's like someone who commands people. Okay, and they just go with it. Probably not good to piss her off then. Oh, I think there is an S missing. Most of the time they do exactly what he says. No, it's what she says, I think, because Gawain is talking about his sister probably. Yeah, and Elada is the mother probably. No, Elada is the Aes Sedai, isn't she? Okay, and who's Gareth? Is that Elada's warder, perhaps? Because Gareth does not listen to their mother. And their mother, I think, is the queen. I don't know. Okay, he's the first prince regent, so okay, I see, I see. Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. The mother's the queen. I guess that much. I guess that much. So let's see. She's got a Khaleesi, like she's got a title like 50,000 words. Let's see. So Morgase, by the grace of the light, Queen of Andor, Defender of the Realm, Protector of the People, High Seat of the House Trakant. House Trakant. I've not heard that one before, so I will try to memorize it. Don't attract any attention. Just fall into the Queen's Guard. Yeah. How did she? Whatever. Yeah, and they're surprised that he really didn't know that he climbed up the castle. That's stupid. And he says he doesn't like crowds. Well, he doesn't like the beggar thing in the crowd. Yeah. What is your name, lad? We just nursed you. Or whatever it's called. So tell us your name. Oh, and he just tells them who he is because, yeah, F secrecy. Just tell the princess and the prince that you are like from Eamon's Field, and it's probably gonna be okay because it's the pattern. Okay, and Gawain is a bit surprised. Okay. Oh, what an A-bag. Elayne to her husband from there. It'll take a man with a will like stone to keep from being trampled by her. She seems lovely. I mean, we haven't really seen her in action. She might be a real bee, but I don't think so. She seems kind, so why not? Okay, now there is a handsome man. It's probably this Gareth dude. Galad, okay, he's called Galad. Why does that sound familiar? Isn't there a Demon Souls boss that is called Galant? No, I don't remember. Okay, so he's the half brother. Okay, so Rand is now under her protection, and Galad is called Galadedrid Damodred. So he's from Moraine's family, actually. Okay, and everyone seems to like him, like red and white, which is good. So I understand, yeah. Interesting. Let's see what he does, because if this would be a Joffrey situation, he would just chop up Rand, but it's probably not gonna happen because there are 14 more books left. Or yeah, 13. I mean, yeah, but yeah. And he says, yeah, Elayne, that could be like an assassin. What are you doing? And she's like, I don't care. And I kind of like her. She's saying to him like stuff like, or have you appointed yourself my nurse to decide who I make to talk to and when? I don't know. I really like her. Too bad she wasn't in the whatever. All right. You may leave. He's just sticking to him. Though I like Galad, I think he seems to be a reasonable guy. I hate him. He is vile and full of envy. Hmm. Does she mean that, or is it just because she's a bit angry? Now I don't trust him anymore because I trust her. Never Gawain, I would choose anyone before Galad, anyone the lowest stable boy. Why? And he saved the Gawain dude twice. So Galad seems to be at least capable of that. So what's the deal there? Yeah, and she says so she likes her mother because she says she hopes she will get the throne in the far future and not now. So she likes her mother. I like that, and she wants her brother to be the first prince of Sword. That's good, and not the Galad dude. Okay. Yeah, and now Rand says, okay, he's gonna alert the guard, so just climb above the wall again or over the wall again. And she's like, no, I just nursed you. You're not gonna F that up, mate. Too late. He must have started running as soon as he was out of eyeshot. What? I imagine that being really, really stupid. Like, oh, oh well. Oh, okay, great. They're all running in now with bows drawn and swords drawn, and they are just trying to have him up. And now Elayne and Gawain are just starting to use their bodies as shields so they don't just end him right there, I think. My lord, down quickly. I don't think that's what they want to do. Okay, and they at least some listen to her as well, so she commands them to put down the bows. I mean, she's the princess, so why not? But yeah. Oh, yeah, they already told the queen that there was an intruder. That's so stupid. How did he get into the situation? It's so dumb. Just climbed a stupid wall and fell in and oh, whatever. Oh, great. Now he's gonna get thrown in prison for some days and getting interrogated, and then he can go. Okay. Oh, okay. Now Elayne is just like, we will stay together. So I will go into the cell with him, or we will go to my mother. You A-bag. No, I think she likes the guard, but, like a friendly guy, but I don't know. Let's see. I really do like her. Why are there so many great characters I never saw? I don't know, but I'm glad I read this now and meet them. Oh, so she like knows that obviously she's looking at Logain currently, so that's the problem, so that he can't take them now. And also he if it looks like the Queen's Guard is like um leading around the prince and the prince, that would probably look very bad, and the queen would absolutely lose her marbles and fire them or worse. So yeah. Okay, now the queen wants them. What? How? Why? Oh, and Elaine's like, oops, I didn't really want that. Oh, because she still has the tree thing, tree bits and the dirt on her probably expensive dress. Yeah, no, they're all left. Okay, great. Oh, and now he looks at the garden. I mean, to be fair, that would have been weird had the author decided to like describe the garden after he fell in and then this happened. But yeah, I really like this. Oh, Aleda has created green in the garden because it's not natural, because everything else is fading and failing like for because we know why, the winter, but that's bad. And that's a good question. So apparently Elayne said to Aleda, yeah, why don't you do this to a farm? Isn't it a bit useless to do it in the garden? I mean, they are starving. And she said, apparently, okay, pick the farm. That's so bad. Oh God, that's so bad. I mean, it probably would be do more bad than good, because that farm, yeah, they would raid it and stuff like that, and there would be unrest because why that farm? Yeah, I get it, because Elena can probably only like do that with one farm. So she's green archer, like healing was green healing, might be. Elena doesn't like reds. I mean, yeah, for sure she doesn't, because they are the Dark One spies. That's cool consistency, and obviously they don't know it, but. And we never have rats, yeah, because it's like she's keeping the Dark One spies at bay. I like that detail. Oh, that's peachy. At least it isn't the Grand Toll. I never heard that Mother commanded anyone's head cut off from here. So she does that. Apparently, great. And Rand even is allowed to keep his sword. Wow, okay. Okay, now they're all bowing down to the Queen Morgase. And Talavanor Palanvor is like, and Rand's like, yeah, you could have told me before what I was supposed to do. So that's actually quite a good thing. If you don't know what to do, just emulate everyone else. That can bring you far. Okay, so the golden knots, and it was said before, but I like did not really become aware of it. But golden knots seem to be their rank. So four golden knots are like a general. Yeah, it's Gareth Bryan. Okay, so yeah, green silk. That might be the green archer, but you told me that it's not always the color they wear. They don't really wear the archer colors in the book all the time, so might not be. Yeah, and she was young and old again. Yeah, that's a later. Oh, and she's like knitting or whatever, and that's the only sound they hear. That's weird. Okay, and Andor has a rose crown. Okay. Oh, and she's got a ring of the Ouroboros as well. So is she? I mean, she probably got taught at the Tavalon place, so yeah, and she's beautiful. Okay, I get it. Mother, you have been climbing trees, it seems, daughter. Yeah, why not? Okay, and Gavin was supposed to look out for her, and yeah, okay. So is it like if Morgase died and Elayne took over, is it like Gareth would still be the Prince Weapon Master thing, and then if he goes, her brother would take that up, or is it like they leave together and come together? I don't know. Yeah, and Morgase says she would have liked Logain not to be brought to her because she's dangerous. Okay, I see. Okay, and later says, yeah, he will be judged in Tavalon. It was just important for the people to see that light still exists. I like that. I mean, that's a clever political move. Oh yeah, Elayne has to go north to Tavalon as well to train there or to get taught stuff. And perhaps she will become an Aes Sedai as well. Let's see. Oh, in 1 week, okay. Okay, and Aleda says stuff like, yeah, you will be trying to run away from there because it's horrible or whatever. I don't know why, but um, so it means that she might be an Aes Sedai or become one. And yeah, the meeting Logain is not for her yet, which is weird as well. Okay, and she's weird. Aleda is like very weird. And Aleda thinks she's gonna be the best queen ever. So I don't know why that is, but that's a good sign, I think. Oh, that's clever, yeah. So she says never really met people, only with guards around, so she never got the feeling of them, of her subjects, which is bad. So I like her her thinking that she should do that more, and that yeah, and she also says, yeah, Rand has come from the Two Rivers, and he still has the Queen's colors, even though before it was something that Rand like said, told himself, why did I get them? But now it might save him because she says, yeah, he came from there, and he still dons red, even though most people take white. That's lovely and very clever. Oh, now Elayne comes down and asks, from the Two Rivers? With that red in his hair and grey eyes, Two Rivers people are dark of hair and eye, and they seldom have such height or such skin. Yeah, because he's an Aiel, and now he has to explain that. Great. Oh, wow. And she puts out the sword a bit, and she says, oh, a Heron sword. And everyone's just going, what the frick is going on? And you have to earn that Heron Mark blade normally. Why? It belongs with him, Gareth Bryan said. How can that be? I do not know, Morgase. He is too young. What is going on? He is too young, but the sword is his. Okay. Weird. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So she is weird and he doesn't like her, Elayne. Because, yeah, she's a weird Aes Sedai. I'm really, really liking that the other Aes Sedai are so weird. Because Moraine was quite normal. She was like this wise person, but this one is different. Yeah, and he can't say he's staying at the Queen's blessing. Oh, man. Okay, so she distrusts him. I mean, I get her, but yeah, what's gonna happen now? The Dark One steers in Shaiol Ghul. The shadow lies across the pattern, and the future is balanced on the point of a pin. This one is dangerous. Okay, sure. Sure. What? Oh, and now Elayne says, no, please don't end him, because I made him stay. And now Morgase says, is this foretelling? So Elayne will be an Aes Sedai, I think. Because why would he be able to foretell? Or is it like mocking? This I foretell, and swear under the light that I can say no clearer. From this day Andor marches toward pain and division. The shadow has yet to darken to its blackest. I cannot see if the light will come after. Where the world has wept one tear, it will weep thousands. This I foretell. Well, way to ruin the mood, girl. Yeah, now they will definitely let him go. Oh, and now I think she's whispering it to Rand. Something else. This too I foretell, pain and division come to the whole world, and this man stands at the heart of it. I obey the Queen and speak it clearly. So did they hear that? Wow, that's so weird. Yeah, because he's the dragon, but wow. Oh no, I'm sorry. Stupid. Elayne foretold it. It wasn't Elayne. I'm sorry, I confused the names. They are too similar. Okay, so yeah, but Gareth says no. I think he's just a normal farmer. But to be safe, lock him up until Elayne is gone. Okay, I mean that's fair. Okay, now she wants to question him. Great stuff. Okay, and the Queen's now gonna say after this, I will be just, which I like her. A good Queen apparently. Oh, she knows how Two Rivers folk talk, and that's why she believes him. That is very good. He's wise. I mean, knowledgeable, wise as well, but knowledgeable as well. Okay, yeah, and now she lets him go. I guess, yeah. Oh, and Elayne wanted to go with him, and that's so weird. She's so weird. Oh, that's cool. Elayne says, it is the custom to escort guests as far as the gates, but not to watch them go. It is the pleasure of a guest's company that should be remembered, not the sadness of parting. I like that, though still, always sad to say goodbye. I hope it's not the last time we meet her. She's cool. Oh yeah, and she's falling for him. If I had told Mother I think you're handsome, she clearly would have had you locked in a cell. Yeah, I see. Yeah, and Gawain says, I wish I would have known you better because he seems to like him as well. And he confirms that he looks like an Aiel man. Okay. Yeah. That was a long and badass chapter. So yeah, we got to know the Queen randomly. I liked everyone here. I think Elayne is really creepy. Really creepy. The prophecy is like I mean, we already know that one from the show, so to speak, that he's the center of the storm, so to speak, we know that. So, nice chapter. So, let's go to the next one. Chapter 41. Old friends and new threats. He's just going to the library. Yeah, I saw the Queen, and I saw Elayne too. Yeah, of course, he doesn't believe it. Yeah, and Loyal says Tavern, because that's what it was. It was the pattern weaving itself around Rand. Yeah, now they have to leave, yeah. Yeah, and because Elayne will search the city for him now, and the guards will do it, and yeah, they have to leave, unfortunately. Yeah, Loyal again says he wants to go with Rand. And the innkeeper says, yeah, I did this for Tom's friends because if Tom risks his life for you, you have to be or do something. You have to be something special, or you have done something special, or whatever. Yeah, yeah. Loyal says the same. You stand in the heart of it. Oh God, that's grim. So Loyal says, yeah, I will accompany you to. And Matt has only used words against me, but he tried to kill me. So, what did that poor dude live through? And he's unsure whether Matt would do that. Ooh, that's so bad. Oh, great. White cloaks in the common room. Yeah, have fun with that. Yeah, that's quite a tense situation. The white cloaks there and his bouncers also already there and everyone not pretending or pretending that they're not there. That's, oh, yeah. The white cloaks in the book are more menacing, I think, than in the show because here it's like they are there and they bring unrest and you always get the feeling that they are out for you, but they never do anything really. It's so weird and eerie. I like it. I like it. Yeah, and he's like now offending the queen and he's looking for Rand. Great. Peachy. Oh, and now everyone is like pissed that he was talking bad about the queen. That's good. You get out of here now, or I'll send for the queen's guards to cart what's left of you to the mittens. Yeah, they would be squashed by everyone, I guess. I mean, even though they have swords, but they can just throw tables at them and stuff like that. So I'm not worried anymore. I like that everyone protects the inn. The Dragon's Fang won't help you, Five. Yeah. Yeah, now they flee. Okay, good. That was good. And the innkeeper says, who would have thought I had it in me to be a hero? Light illuminate, illumine, whatever me. Yeah, it's the little things, like the farmer who gave them the scarves, the little things that make them heroes. I really like that about the story, that it's always these little things that people really appreciate. Yeah, yeah. He's not that worried about the White Cloaks because he's got the bouncers, and the queen still reigns in the city, so that's good. Let's see how long that lasts. Okay, there's a lady that's probably Moraine, I think, asking for Rand, or it's Elayne, and he's right, and they're all gonna get beheaded. That would be so stupid. Yeah, it's Moraine. It's everyone. They're together again. Oh, this is good. I'm so glad that they are finally together again. What was this like? It's like 400 pages they were apart, and now they're together. I like that. And Rand tried to hug the two women, take Perrin's hand. So cool. Yeah, and the Gwen says, I knew you were alive, always. Oh, it's so sweet. Yeah, the innkeeper's like being starstruck because the guys Rand told him about are now all in his kitchen. It's so cool. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, and now he's a bit worried about Moraine as well because Elena was so weird. Yeah. Oh, and Moraine is scratching the cat. Ah, don't we love Moraine? Okay, the whole city's filled with rats. Yeah, the spies are in the city already. Yeah, now they probably Moraine sees Matt for the first time after he got possessed. Let's see what she does. Yeah, and everyone is happy now. They feel like home again, and oh, that's so great. Yeah, Moraine was going through the street, and then suddenly, I smell Rand. And then she ran off. Yes. Where is the Gleeman? Is he with you? Oh, oh, yeah, he's dead. No, he's not dead. But they say he's dead. Okay, so Matt is completely going insane. They might be different people. They're not what they appear to be. You might not appear what you are. Yeah, that's you're crazy, man. Yeah, and he's like completely mad. What dreams are you sharing, Egwene and Nynaeve? What are you doing? Oh yeah, and Moraine comes in this immediately like, get away from him. Wow. Uh-oh. Yeah, now she's just taking Nynaeve and putting her somewhere. Yeah, and he tries to attack her with the dagger, and Lan is going in. Wow. Oh. 1 minute Lan was in the doorway, the next he was at the bedside as if he had not bothered with the intervening space. That's Lan for you. Yeah, now it's coming out. More death is in Mad. More death. Oh, and the Fates could sense it. Well, great. So we know why they were always tracked. I didn't even think of that. That's so, yeah, I mean, it's obvious. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we know why there were all these dark friends. That is such mind fuck. What? That's very clever, yeah. I didn't even think about that. That it's the dagger that's Mashada possessed. Okay, so the Fates are building their numbers in the countryside. That's bad. How are Fates even made, I wonder? Oh, it looks as if you've brought a new Trolloc war to Camelin Shepherd. Oh, great, fine. So 12 fists. A fist was what, 100? So 1,200 Trollocs already? Ooh, that's bad. Yeah, and it's like that. All the people in the streets like battling white and red. Who's the one who will win? And outside there's just chaos coming for them. Brilliant. I mean, the writing, not the situation. Yeah, and Perrin says, better we were dead so others won't suffer because of us. That's bad. That's dark. That's dark, mate. Okay, and the Dark One can touch the pattern. And he's the Lord of the Grave, so he is like a necromancer as well. Oh, great. And he can reach you dead more easily than alive, so he definitely should not die. Yeah, and they're arguing whilst Matt is mad, so yeah, she's now gonna look after Matt and talk to Perrin later. And it's probably for the best. Oh, and Egwene apparently can't get sick. Okay. The evil that killed Shada Logoth is in it and in Mad too now. Yeah, great. Peachy. Yeah. Suspicion and hatred so strong that even those closest are seen as enemies. Yeah, that's what we saw. Okay, so if he hits someone with the blade, it will spread this darkness, and it's like a virus. Dark virus of Shada Logoth. Okay, now she's gonna heal him. Yeah, now she's gonna heal him. I see. And that was the chapter. Very interesting chapter. I like that they're together again. I will now take some hours of break, and then I'll read the next two, and you will get all 5 today. So, see you soon. Hello, so I'm back. I had a break, and now I will continue with the chapters. So, we've got chapter 42, Remembrance of Dreams. So, I assume we are gonna follow Rand again, because obviously they're all together now, and why not follow him now? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's Rand. So let's see if they could help Matt or not. Yeah, Perrin seems to be especially distraught, and I wonder why. So, yeah, I mean, he got caught by the white cloaks, and he like mauled 2 people as a wolf. But yeah, it's. I mean, I guess he's the only one who actually murdered someone, or not murdered, killed 2 people. Yeah. Now they see Loyal for the first time and are like, what is going on? Why is there this Ogia thing here? No, I'm sure they will like him. Ah, and Loyal wants to meet the Aes Sedai. And let's see, did we get a real conversation between Moraine and Loyal in the show? I'm not that sure, really. Like, nothing private, but I would like to know about that interaction. That could be really fun. Yeah, it could be really fun. Oh, and now they're asking Loyal about Ogia and stuff, and Perrin seems to be quite up for that. But yeah, I mean, he's like the nature guy now a bit, you know what I mean? But I really do like that. Let's see what they ask him about and what he answers. Oh, this is very interesting. So Loyal likes to really, really start a story at like 300 years before or whatever. And he is of the impression that you need to tell a lot of things to make to let a story make sense. And he kind of has a point, though. Yeah, that's. I think I like those stories. You know, they. I don't know if it. Stupid thing. Does that happen to you as well? Like when I go somewhere, people talk to me sometimes that I don't know, and they just tell me their stories. I don't know why they always like to do that, and I like listening to people telling their stories because met many interesting people that way in like at a bus stop or at a train, and I heard so many great, interesting stories of people's lives. I really did like that because they were so open all the time. So I don't know why, you know, but it's like so many things that a life can have, you know, and I think this is like that as well because if you get told someone's life, you know, you can understand why they did stuff, where they are coming from, why they reacted in the ways they did, what their philosophy is, and you really get a grip on stuff, and it's really interesting. And when I would tell those stories to other people, and I don't do that, you know, because that's a personal thing, and I never tell about this the conversations I've had with others because I mean I don't know, I don't like that. That would be rude, and I mean that was meant for me, but if I would have to tell them, I would like tell them as detailed as I could as well, because there's something from the people in the stories there. And you know what? I don't know. It's like yeah, I don't know. Perhaps yeah. So back to the story here that Loyal tells the 300 years story that is his story. Yeah, and Rand is now um he's now at the point where he says, yeah, just I hope Med is getting healed, and then we just go off somewhere where no one can find us. But he's at the center of everything, so as Elayne, I think her name was, said so flowery, bloomy. I don't know how you say it. Oh, Med is now just entering the room, just randomly entering the room. No black goo of death coming out of him, so we don't even see the healing. That's actually a lot more interesting because we don't really see the usage of the one power that directly. I really like it, and look what we have just left. We've almost covered the whole book, and very interesting how the magic is handled here. A bit like Lord of the Rings, but with more rules. You know what I mean? Oh, and now he's almost completely fine, at least his appearance. That's good. Oh, and he's like, he was so possessed that he can't even remember meeting Lawyer. That's a bad possession, mate. Very bad possession. There was more death for you there where you were headed, my friend. Oh, and Nynaeve is smiling and crying because I think she's relieved. Oh, that's sweet of her. I really like Nynaeve. It's very, yeah. I mean, you know that, but oh, okay. So he still's got the dagger, and they have a bond, and it has to be unknotted. So like they really take this pattern and weaving metaphor to a new level here, because it's here again. Yeah, it might kind of make sense. So the way she says it is like, yeah, we need more than one Aes Sedai for that, but it does not sound as if it's impossible. You know what I mean? It's not like Frodo got stabbed and always had the wound. You know what I mean? Interesting. Yeah, okay, so Moraine just made it go away from him for the moment, and she put a barrier or whatever around the dagger so that the Fates could only feel it when they were very, very close. And they have to go to Tavlon. I mean, yeah, okay. Oh, I am Loyal, son of Aaron, son of Harlan. So Harlan is his grandfather, not his teacher. I mean, probably his teacher as well, but... Oh, okay. So there are many Aes in canon currently, and all of the Red Archer. Doesn't mean that Elayne is Red Archer as well? But no, probably not, because she's like an advisor. And the Red Archer, as far as I got from the show at least, is like a group of people that run around not ending, gentling people. Okay, so Loyal is in part, and he tells this to Moraine. He went out to see the like pictures and bring them back to the elders. So they will perhaps leave again. I don't know. Reminds me of this. There is a story in Germany. I don't know if you know it. It's a children's book. It's about a little mouse. That's a creative mouse. Like it's called, I think, Frederick the Thinker or whatever. And I'm just quickly gonna tell it. You can look it up on your own. It's a good story for children, I think. So it's like mice are working for the winter. They are preparing food and hiding it, and Frederick is just there, always sitting on a rock. It's a mouse as well. And they ask him, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Yeah, I'm collecting impressions. I'm collecting pictures and smells and stuff like that." And they all think he's a weirdo. Then the winter comes, and when the winters stayed very long and all their things are starting to run out, they go to Frederick and he tells them stories about the time before the winter to warm them and to feed them. In a way, it's a bit weird, but it's like the stories can keep you alive as well. And it seems to me that this is like the children's book a bit, that Loya wants like to tell them stories about the world outside so they might venture into the world again because of the ideas that they might see there. It's a very nice thought. Oh, and Morena says, "Yeah, it's very interesting, but we have to plan a journey. I'm sorry." And then Ren is like, "Yeah, I kind of promised him he could come." And Morena says, like always, "Yeah, the wheel weaves as the wheel wills. Can't do anything against it then." Oh, cool. Yeah. So the Reds are his spies. We knew that, and she wanted part of the city. Oh, okay. And the White Cloaks are looking for Gwen, and Aaron and Ren thought they were looking for him and mattered. Yeah, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but. Oh, and Moraine reacts a bit weird when Elayne is mentioned. Let's see what she says about her. And now he tells the story again, how he fell into the Queen's Garden and everything. It's so stupid, that story. So weird. It was fun. It was a great. It was one of my favorite parts of the book, I think, because it was so random. It was fate. It was the pattern. I mean, and the title of the chapter was even like the web weaves or whatever, because that's exactly what it was, and it's so that makes it really really great. If in another book where stuff like that just happens to move the plot along, yeah, okay, but it's very John really, really puts emphasis on, yeah, this is planned and this is not like chance encounter. It's really destiny. I really do like that. And Gwen is like, "Who's Elayne?" No, Elayne, I mean Elayne. Yeah, and Perrin does not want to tell them about Elias. I understand that because his magic seemed older than the Aes Sedai magic. Oh, and Loya met Tinkers and they wanted his songs. Yeah, perhaps you just misunderstood their greeting. Oh, and his father, Elder Arend, I think it's his father, taught Loya the songs. They come to Stedding Shangtai. That also sounds like Chinese or Korean or no, not. It's not Japanese. It's probably Chinese. Okay, now he's asking Moraine a question. Let's see what it is. This is intriguing. Okay, so there is someone who escaped the Aiel War that came into the Stedding like 20 years ago. Okay. So there was this. So this guy had a wound inside, and it healed in the Stedding, but they couldn't see what it was, and he said the same thing. I think that the Aiel girl said that the Tinkerers found. Because he says as well, the Dark One intended to blind the eye of the world and slay the great serpent to kill time itself. It's the same thing. So it's like this message. Does he want people to know it? Or does it want people to know it, Balsamon, you know? Does he want them to know why? Yeah, and he asks plainly, do you know what this means? Yeah, I want to know too. Yeah. That's what the Tinkers told us, parents said. Yeah, it is. The Aiel story. Some Tinkers crossing the waste, they said they could do that unharmed. Found Aiel dying after battle with Trollocs. Before the last Aiel died, they were all women apparently, told the Tinkerers what Loyal just said. The Dark One, they called him Sightblinder, intends to blind the eye of the world. This was only 3 years ago, not 20. Does it mean something? Yeah, no, it doesn't mean anything. Just ignore it. I mean, of course it means something, but what does it mean? I hope she tells us now. That's what you're there for, Morgase. And she just says, perhaps it means everything, because I'm cryptic. Oh, now you decide to tell Moraine about your dreams of Balsamon. Great guy. That's so stupid. Yeah, and he remembers that he took something from the dream to the real world, like Freddy Krueger. Yeah, and he said the eye of the world would never serve me. Yes. Yes, he said that. That's... Oh, God, I hope we get an answer now. Oh, and she is a bit pissed. Yeah. Hey, that's bad. There has not been a Dreamwalker in Tarpedon for nearly 1,000 years, but I could have tried. Oh, so she might have not even been able to help them. Okay, so the Forsaken, whoever they are, and they are the minions of the Dark One, they can by touch bind you to them. That's weird. Perhaps the beggar-thing was one of those. So Aginor, Ishamael, Altamael, and Demandred. Those are Forsaken. Oh, weird. Okay. Aginor and Ishamael we know definitely. Yeah, and now they have to stay close to her because she has to shield them. Which, yeah, they should have told her whatever. And Perrin already has his protection, okay. Okay, and you can fight him. You can fight him in your mind, in your dreams. That's a good... That's at least something positive. I mean, he's powerful and he will probably try to lure them in, but when... Yeah, should they be able to fend it off? It is possible. Like, he can still send stuff after them, of course, but can't, like, reprogram their minds. Okay, yeah, a web of destiny is woven and the threads all lead to them. Okay, what else? She did not tell us about the Eye of the World. Just tell us about it. And because she's now changing subject in a way, she wants to know what else he said. Yeah, and Matt now tells about the dreams that in which Balsamon said that the Aes Sedai would use them. So let's see what this is gonna be. Davian and Rowlin, okay. And Urian and Guair Arnalazan. Sorry for the name butchering. Yeah, Loghain, that's what was told. Okay, so they all got other names, but Loghain was given to Rand in the dream. Yeah. She's not really answering them. I get that I want the answers though, but yeah, I know. Read on and find out. But, yeah, and again, it's quite deliberate. Yeah, I said it once before. Father of lies against the truth of the Aes Sedai. Okay, yeah. And Moraine now says why she went to find them. She thought there was one tavern there and she wanted to get that one, and then there were 3, which is weird. And she says it's 3, so it's not Nynaeve and Egwene. I think that's what she says. I'm not sure. Okay. Sometimes being tavern means the pattern is forced to bend to you, and sometimes it means the pattern forces you to the needed path. I understand. And she says that the things with the Eye of the World are dangerous. Yeah, I got that from the context, lady. Would like to know what it means. Okay, and she doesn't know whether the Dark One influences the pattern around them as well. And The news about the Eye of the World is apparently very disturbing, and I still don't know why. I mean, the book's titled that, and we know, but whatever. Okay, this is getting weird. So she now suddenly says, yeah, we have to immediately go to the Eye of the World. The Green Man must know of this threat. Okay, so the Green Man, I know it's the guy with the seedling, with the Anishalavan tree, Andra Novasa, I don't know what it was. Okay, and she says, yeah, we have to go to the blind now. Okay, fine. And she says she's not going to Tavalon. What? Don't tell me they don't go to Tavalon. If they go, I'm gonna be so mad at the show if they don't go to Tavalon. Because then they could have really used Camlin and dumped some of the Aes stuff and focused on the Queen and the people there. Oh God, please tell me they didn't invent that they went to Tavalon, please. Oh, okay. Moraine now says, I could almost believe the creator is taking a hand. So that A seems to be unusual, B it means that there seems to be really a creator there. And yeah, weird, okay. Okay, and now Loyal now says, yeah, I know the ways. Do you know the way? Sorry. I know the way. Yeah, okay, so the ways are, they are gonna use the ways from Camelin? Are you kidding me? Mafaldadaraniel, Faldara, isn't that like that city where they fight in the show? Should be in the north. Yep, it's next to the Blight, okay. Yeah. And I kind of am okay with that. They are like, it's now happening pretty quickly, and everything seems to be falling into place. All the little puzzle pieces, let them there. And I mean, it's obviously a story still, but it makes sense inside the story. And it's like she's lampshading it a bit. And she says, whether it's the creator of fate or even the Dark One, the pattern has chosen our path. Yeah, now he says something about we will be swallowed by the shadow, which is the shadow thing we saw on the ways in the show. So yeah, it was the chapter. So from this, I'm getting that A, they did not go to the Emerald Seed in the book, because, okay, it might still happen. But who am I kidding? It's not gonna happen, is it? So they're now skipping Tavalon, they're skipping the Emerald Skeet, which means it was never there, so they made that all up. So, and they, I can't believe that. What the frick? Who would be that stupid? I'm sorry. Why did... Whatever. I will just continue reading, and perhaps they still go to Tavalon in this book. I don't think they are, but then I'm gonna rant someday about that. I will definitely make a book and series comparison after reading this, because there's so much different. And the show was okay. It was interesting what they did there, but they completely refocused everything. And I have to think about how I think about that. You know, it's like it's another story, and I like both stories. I like this one more because I'm with the characters more, and you know, it's like I was on the journey with them, and the show was just not that dense. You know what I mean? But the story in the show was also very interesting, but completely different. So it's a completely different story, I think. In certain boundaries, of course, but you know what I mean. Chapter 43, Decisions and Apparitions. The last one for today, and let's see what happens. Oh yeah, I don't know if you hear my wife coughing. Yes, still, you know what? Because I got it, and then she got it, obviously, so she's recovering. But I think she'll be through in 1 or 2 days. It's stupid that it's during Easter time, but what can you do? Yeah, now Rand asks, why would we die? What are the ways? Help me. Yeah, and Moraine says, yeah, Loyal is your path. You go ahead and tell us. Yeah, okay, so we knew that. So when the earth shattered and the time of madness was there, everyone was scattered, the Ogi were scattered, and they were looking for the steadings. You know? We knew that. Okay, so there was some Ogier left in the steadings because they held on to them and weren't scattered, and they offered shelter to men who channel that were not yet met. That's kind of nice. Okay, so if you go into a setting, it's like you're being, what is it called? Formed? You know, like, what was the word? I always forget that word. Um, you know what I mean? When they take away your thing to the soul. Gentled, yeah, gentled. They were, it's, if they enter a setting, it's as if you are gentled. And that's why they couldn't stay and left. Yeah, so some of the Aes say that that meant prolonging the breaking. Some say it protected the world because it wasn't like exploded at once. Okay, I mean, you can find arguments for both points. Points for both arguments, whatever. So yeah, and the Red Archer are a-holes, of course. They think they prolonged it, and the Blue Archer, thinks it saved the world from exploding, so to speak. Okay. Oh. The male Aes Sedai created the ways? I thought it was from before the breaking. I don't know why. I mean, I never knew, but I thought it was what I thought it was, what was implied. But so they gifted it to them because they were kind. That's nice. And they are their own world. How could they create something that powerful? Did they have help there? That is so weird. That's so powerful. Okay, and yeah, it is not influenced by the breaking because it's obviously another world. Oh. Oh, and they are alive and they are grown. This is so weird. I mean, to be fair, like this world here, the world they destroyed was like very sciencey, so it might have been like a bioengineered dimension travel thing. I don't know. Okay, and they just spread it to the other settings. I understand, yeah. Oh, and that's why they planted the groves, because it made them feel more at ease. Yeah, and okay, and they grew ways to those groves as well, so that's why there's one in the castle. That's so interesting. That makes a lot of sense, other than how did they have this technology? Because that has to be right. Technology, magic and technology makes it has to be something that like that, something really powerful. Okay, and you can't destroy them. What? Waygates are so weird. Yeah, that's it. How did they make it? If they couldn't use the one power in a setting, how could they create them there? Okay, so they're on the border but outside. Still doesn't explain how they could construct them. And they're not allowed to use the ways, okay. Okay, and they were made by a power fouled by the Dark One. I mean, okay. Machin Shin, the Black Wind. Yeah, I remember that from the show. That was badass. So, how did that? So, was it like the reason that the ways darkened because of the taint? Because they built them and they had the taint, and then it slowly started to come up. And I don't know, because it's outside the setting, so it can just creep in slowly. I don't know. Might be. Yeah, okay. It's like Mashadar, I think, just in the ways. Or is it the same thing that is it the same thing that's happening to Tala Logoth and the ways? Because it's both like this concept of dark and evil, and here it is wind, and there it was smoke, which is also kind of wind. Is there a connection, perhaps? Is there something that happened as well that made things like places get really tainted? That's outside of everything. Okay. Okay, now we are getting somewhere. So she's telling Loyal the reason for using the ways. So why would you do that if it's like very dangerous? And she says, yeah, a war is coming. And Dark One may be close to victory because should the eye of the world bend to him, he can open his prison, which still does not explain what the eye of the world is. Yeah, and they have to go to the blight, yes. Yeah, and she now says to all of them, Moraine says to them, yeah, if we go to the Eye of the World, the patron will do something that will help. Probably. That's her reasoning. I mean, to be fair, that's quite understandable. You know, it's like, yeah, so you are like the world is bending around you. Why not go to the eye and bend the eye to your will? Because that's what Balsamon also says. It says that the eye will never bend to your will. You know? Yeah. Now Rand is remembering what he wants to protect, what he loves, his hometown, his father, and he says, "I'll go." Yeah, and Moraine doesn't know whether Nynaeve and Egwene are Taveran, but still a strong influence on the pattern. I don't know. Yeah, and Egwene says, I will go with them, and she's like even talking back to Moraine a bit on that. That's good. Yeah, and Nynaeve goes because, yes, she says, yeah, because I'm better with herbs than you are, Moraine. Yeah, sure. Yeah, and Loyal is just like, he just says, okay, fine. It's probably punishment for me always wanting to go out and see the world. Yeah, what about Matt? He still has the dagger. Wouldn't that be stupid to not let him go to Tavalon? But I guess he has to be at the eye as well. Yeah, and Perrin is weird. He says, there's good hunt near the Blight. And then, oh, what did I just say? My wolf eyes betrayed me. Yeah, he's really, Perrin is now like he was in the show in the first episode. He's really like, what is going on? I'm giving up. And Randall says to Egwene, go home. She won't do that, mate. And Gwen now says, yeah, I have to go because Minsa is silent. Who's Elayne? I need to talk to Perrin. He knows how to deal with women. No, he doesn't. That's so stupid. Oh, yeah, and there was riots are starting now. The innkeeper tells them, so that's not good. Yeah. Okay, Matt has scissors. I thought so. I think I remember that correctly. That's good. So yeah, I think they are now planning to go without going to Tavalon, which is what? And he's so happy. I wonder if he's leaving them. Or now he's gonna dream again. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, and he hears Moraine's voice deny him, and his power fades. Yeah, great. And now he enters this door he dreams of in in hell again. Yeah, and there are 3 statues now of those 3. Now Balzamon's coming. You've hidden for me too long. Okay, and he says here that they've faced off many times because he's referring to the former lives. Yeah, it says here, at least that's what Rand says, that the men in the Age of Legends bound him again. It's not like they stopped the seal, it's like they bound him actively. You know what I mean? It's so weird. How did they do it? Again, he says it's always the same war since the beginning of creation, that is just discovered anew. Okay. And he says he will punish others, except for those who serve him. Is it like, is he lying here or not? I'm confused because the last guy he like burned or whatever he did to him, Grodon, you know, the merchant. There have been times when you made that choice, times when you lived long enough to know your power. Is it though? Did he ever side with him? Then how was it stopped then in those times? I'm not sure. Because obviously it's not the hero's journey then, like he finds him, defeats him, but gets defeated, you know what I mean? It's different. Yeah, the Black Archer rogue faction. I can't believe I guessed that one. Yeah, so the Black Archer are those who are, or the Dark One. They are a rogue faction. Yeah, and he just says no, like Darth Vader would. Doesn't want to bow down. Yeah, now he's woken up. Okay. And Matt denies him as well, so he's powerful. You know what I mean? It's very good. Though I wonder why. It's so weird that he doesn't know who the dragon is. I mean, we don't even know that one of them is the dragon at this point. But that's so weird. Matt is behaving like Randus. Yeah, I like that. I really do like that. Yeah. And he has to keep denying him as well. I get it. I don't think he knows which of us, and then he doesn't finish it, but we know what it is. You know what? Interesting. Yeah, and he brought wood from that place. Yeah, great. Oh, and it vanishes after he pulled it out. Weird. Yeah, now Moraine's fetching them to go. Oh, and they tell her now immediately. That's good, lads. That's very good. Oh, and she healed him, yes. Yeah, time grows very short. It does. Well, that was the chapter. So a lot happened. A lot happened. We got more lore again about Loyal. We got like it's starting to converge to the end here. Like the Eye of the World is getting mentioned more and more prominently. We still don't know what it is, but it seems to be a powerful tool or whatever. We get more Balsamon stuff, and they're gonna skip Tavalon. Whatever. Um, I'm fine with it. I kind of like both versions. I like when they go to Tavalon, that was fun. But here it fits as well. So I really wonder why they chose to fast track the world building in the show, because that's what they did, I think. Because Tavalon, there could have been something incredible for season 2, but it's like they shot out of every gun. I don't know if that's a saying in America and Germany. It's like something like that. It's like it's like doing everything they can to make it interesting, so to speak. But why? Why? It's like I think it's 3 episodes then, 3 or 4 episodes with the Aes Sedai that were not in the book. So half the season was like either from another book or made up. Which I'm okay with for the show. It was very fun. It made the show very engaging. But the book, it's more lively. You know what I mean? It's more slow paced, and the world's a lot richer. It feels richer. Um, and they cut out 3 cities at least and fused them into Tavalon for a reason. I don't know. And they focused more on the culture of the waters and the Aes Sedai, which I like. I like the culture there. You know, I like those episodes a lot. I like that they gave more insight into the casting stuff, and but you know that the priority in the show was like showing the magical aspect of the world, and this is the hey, there's a world and there's magic underneath, but there are weird things happening, and it's more of a mystery and a very personal journey for all the characters involved with the book, you know. But let's stop it here. I've talked about the differences enough for today. I will do so in another video down the line. And yeah, it was it. It was it. So, what did you think of these chapters? I really did enjoy them again, and yeah, again, they cut Elayne. I kind of get why. It was like filler currently, but it felt very important as well because, yeah, I don't know. And Egwene doesn't like that Rand was with her because she's jealous. Will there be something? Or I'm still thinking that Min might end up with Rand, but it might also be Elayne, and I don't know why I'm talking about that because I'm not a shipper. I don't know. It's just occurred to me here. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope you have a very great day, and yeah, happy Easter. And yeah, if you like this, consider liking, subscribing, and ringing the bell if you did not already do those things. And yeah, see you soon. Bye.